Dreadnought, Britain, Germany, and the Coming of the Great War by Robert K. Massey. Part 1, The German Challenge. Chapter 1, Victoria and Bertie. Queen Victoria was mostly German. Father Edward, Duke of Kent, fourth son of George III, was a Hanoverian, a descendant of George Louis, Elector of Hanover, brought to England in 1714 and placed on the throne as King George I to ensure the Protestant succession. All of Queen Victoria's Hanoverian forebears, King George II, his son Frederick, Prince of Wales, and his son George III, married German wives, reinforcing the German strain on their father's side. Queen Victoria's mother, Princess Victoria Mary Louisa of Saxe-Coburg, was German. Queen Victoria herself then redoubled the German faction in the royal family by marrying her German cousin, Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg, the son of her mother's older brother. The Queen's earliest environment was mostly German. Her governess was German. The cradle songs by which she was lulled to sleep were German. She heard nothing but German and spoke that language until she was 3. Her eagerness with most things German was due to her husband. "I have a feeling for our dear little Germany which I cannot describe," she said after visiting Prince Albert's birthplace. The British monarchy, in the years before Victoria's ascension, had come on hard times. Queen Victoria's immediate predecessors on the throne, George III, George IV, and William IV, had been described as an imbecile, a profligate, and a buffoon. Victoria's father, the Duke of Kent, scarcely looked more promising. Retired from the British Army because of a taste for harsh discipline which had provoked a mutiny at Gibraltar, permanently in debt, a bachelor at 48, he had lived mostly abroad with his mistress of 20 years, a French-Canadian woman named Madame de Saint-Laurent. Inspired in 1818 by an offer of an increased parliamentary subsidy if he would marry and produce an heir, he ushered Madame de Laurent to the door and proposed to a 30-year-old widow, Princess Victoria of Saxe-Coburg. They married, and within 10 months, on May 24, 1818, a daughter was born. 8 months later, the Duke of Kent, having made his contribution to English history, died of pneumonia. The princess, second in line to the British throne, lived with her mother in a practical red-brick Kensington palace, whence she journeyed from time to visit her aged uncle, King George IV. Early, she knew how to please. Climbing into the lap of the gouty, bewigged monarch, she would give him a beguiling smile and plant a whispery kiss on his dry, rouged cheek. "What would you like the band to play next?" the old gentleman once asked. "Oh, Uncle King, I should like them to play God Save the King," piped the child. "Tell me what you most enjoyed of your visit," King George said to her when it was time for her to go. "The drive with you," chimed little Victoria. She understood that she was different from other children. "You must not touch these. They are mine," she announced to a visiting child who was about to play with her toys. "And I may call you Jane, but you must not call me Victoria," she added for emphasis. An exasperated music teacher once presumed to lecture, "There are no royal roads to music, Princess. You must practice like everyone else." Abruptly, Victoria closed the piano over the keys. "There, you see, there is no must about it." When she was 10, she discovered and began to study a book on geological tables of the kings and queens of England. Startled, she turned to her governess and said, "I am nearer to the throne than I thought." When her governess nodded, Victoria filled with tears. Solemnly, she raised her right forefinger and made the famous declaration, "I will be good."